What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Nate Matthews, back at it again with another video. Yet again, we are on the Brother SE625 today, and we're going to go ahead and whip up another project. Now, before we get this video started, I do want to say, or I guess I want to thank you guys for actually showing love, a lot of love, to the previous videos that I've been uploading. Now, I don't know when you guys are going to see this one, but I have been making quite a few videos, and I'm just going to upload them as you guys, show love to the videos. What we're gonna do is go ahead and make another like a stuffed patch, but this time it's going to be a keychain. So this is one that I did before. You guys showed a lot of love on this one. It's stuffed, it's double-sided, and I actually put a little loop on the top of there and threw it through a chain. So I'm going to do something like that similar today with a completely different design, but this one is going to be for a keychain. So this is how it looks on the machine. It's going to say it's a lot. And when you zoom in, that is the design right there. And you can't really see it because the background is white, but there's also the part that I stitched out at the bottom there, and that is going to be the loop to make it like a keychain or pendant, whatever you want to stick through the center of it. The reason why I'm making a keychain patch, whatever, that says it's a lot is because my girl, that's just something that she says all the time, no matter what, just, it's a lot. I'm like, what's going on? How was your day? It's a lot. Like, what's so funny? What you laughing at on your phone? It's just a lot. Like, she says that all the time. So I just thought it'd be kind of cool to actually have a patch or something like that made for her. Initially, I was going to put it on like a hat, but I don't ever see her wear hats or nothing. So something that she really will use is like a keychain. She'll clip it on her bag, something like that. We have our 4-inch hoop right here. It's all backed up with the cutaway stabilizer. We'll go ahead and load it in. So this design is saying it's going to take about 28 minutes to complete, as you guys can see right there. Again, cool thing about this machine, one of the cool things is that it does have a color display, so you can see exactly what it's going to stitch out. Let's go ahead and get started. This first one is going to be a placement and a tack down, and that is actually the full-on square of the design. All right, so the first part of this design is calling for white thread. Now, this one doesn't really matter because whatever color thread you put in there to start is going to get covered up anyway. But the reason I'm going to go ahead and just do this white is because the color that I'm actually going to need is blue. And I'm almost kind of out of this, so I don't want to use too much if I don't have to. By the way, these are the 3 colors that we're going to be using today, which are all regular sewing thread. So again, for those of you who may ask or wonder, hey, can I use sewing thread in the embroidery machine? Well, yes, especially on this one because it's a sewing and embroidery machine. It doesn't go too fast or anything if you use embroidery thread or sewing thread and stuff like that. But on the more expensive machines, the one that stitches like super fast, yeah, those ones you might need the correct kind of thread because maybe the thread is not meant to be pulled and tugged on so quick and it's going to burn it and rip it up. So again, we're going to go ahead and start with this tack down stitch or the placement stitch. Got it all mapped out exactly where I'm going to be placing my fabric. As you guys can see back there, that square. So I'm simply going to just align this piece of fabric over the design and we'll go ahead and stitch it into place. I'm definitely going to have to jump back on the computer and reorder the layers on this file because I actually was supposed to do that little part right there last. That's actually going to be the the little tab where you can put a necklace or whatever, keychain, whatever through. This one right here. But I actually just did that right away because while I have the felt in here and all that, before I cut it out, while I still had the white thread and everything, I just went ahead and did it right away. That was supposed to be the last step though, but now that we got this going, we'll go ahead and do the nice fill-in with the blue. It says this blue part is going to take about 14 minutes. More minutes to fully fill itself in, but it's going back and forth and back, forth and forth. All right, guys, so it's all done. Let you guys get a close-up. That's how it looks. On to the next part of the design, again, which is going to be the lavender. So I actually need to go ahead and open this up, and we'll get to stitching. I wish these spools of color would actually put the name of the color like somewhere on it, so I can see when I run out. It's like after I take off the tops of these, the thread, I no longer know the exact color code of this. I mean, I know it's on there and I could write it down, but that's too much work. It should just be like engraved or something on the bottom of the spool. Don't you guys think that? Something like this. So on the bottom of the actual embroidery thread, on most of them, the ones that I got here, it actually says the name of the color code, everything like that. But when I use regular thread, it doesn't say it anywhere. The colors are gonna pop off. It's gonna be nice and solid. And we're even gonna throw a white border around each letter to make it pop out even more. All done with the lavender, the purple, whatever you guys want to call it. And now we're going to be adding the light blue or aqua, whatever color it is next. This is like the #1 question I get. All you guys are just like so scared to say, how do I know when to put the next color in? The machine will tell you. Relax, guys, relax. You're not going to have to put your finger under the needle real quick and try to rip the thread out and try to rethread the machine in 2 seconds before it just starts stitching. That's the reason why you need your image to be digitized. If you have no idea how to digitize, I can do it for you. The website is neverdenieme.com. I do not have any set prices, but I have an average price of, you know, like a starting cost. The price depends on the image you send, the size that you need the image to be, the colors and stuff in your image, because if it's, you know, a lot of different colors, I'm gonna have to break the design down a lot of different times. If it's a larger size, there's gonna be more stitches that has to be done and more areas that can go wrong in the design. So my prices are starting at about $18 though. That's what I could say. Send your picture through the website, neverdenieme.com. There's a form. You have to attach the exact picture that you want. High quality, not like a screenshot. You can't use your phone to take a picture of a computer that has a picture on it. You need to actually get the actual image, send it to me through the form, and I will respond to you with a quote. Once you make the payment, I get started, and most projects are completed the same day. Not all of them, again, because, you know, never know how many orders I might have before yours, or the difficulty that yours or somebody else's ahead of you might be. But again, what I can say is just about every project that I've been doing, especially with a lot of people that have like a 4x4 inch machine, they're all being done the same day. Put that information on the website so a lot of people don't have to keep asking, but you guys are going to ask anyway, because half of you haven't even checked out the website. You just asked a question on YouTube, which is fine, but you know, the information is out there. But let's go ahead and get started on this light blue, guys. And where we're getting ready to stitch out, then of course it's going to fill it in with the actual design as it is starting right now. Alright, so it's almost done, but it said the bobbin thread is almost empty, and we do need to replace the bobbin. So there we go, we got the thread pulling off, as you guys can see it unwinding right there, loading through the loops, going through the machine, and going back and winding itself up right here. It's almost filled up, and you're gonna hear the machine make a different type of noise when it's actually filled up all the way. There it is, and it's going a little bit slower. So that's how we know we're all done. We'll go ahead and press the button to stop it, and we'll load that bobbin right back on up, which is right there as a matter of fact. There you have it. The machine is kicking back into gear right where it left off. It stopped on the O, you can't even tell. And now it's doing the next letter. So far so good. That's a lot. Now we're gonna load up the white and do a nice outline to make these letters pop even more. And this is gonna be a nice sign of calibration as well. So when I put these outlines on here and these borders, it lines up perfectly. So when I design it to line up perfectly, and again, some of you guys send me pictures of how your stuff comes out when you stitch it yourself, but I'm using the exact same file, so maybe your fabric is not stabilized properly, but these lines should match up like right on. So we'll see how accurate and calibrated this machine is to see if it can do exactly what I need it to do. See that? Right on the outside of each letter. It's matching up, it's not going over, it's not cutting into each color. Right on the outside, guys. And the last part now is just the border, where I'm going to need to tack some more fabric on the back. So now at this point, that's where I'm going to get my applique scissors and cut all this extra white out, stick another layer of fabric on the back, and we're getting ready to close this thing up. The main patch right here, and then this is going to be the loop that I'm going to stick in between the front and back fabric. So with that being said, I need to actually cut this out right now. Don't even got to be neat, y'all. We're going to cut it out anyway. there it is. Even with a hole cut in it, the design is still stabilized. And again, it only does the stitch on the outside, the side, and the top. This side is fully open right now. So I'm over here so busy giving y'all steps, man. Y'all didn't tell me that I forgot to put the piece on the inside of it right here. So now I got to use my good old seam rippers and cut some of these threads out. And we're going to redo this part again in a minute. It's a-okay. The good thing about the machine is it does allow you to, you know, go back a couple stitches or go back an entire like color if you need to. Before I finished off the entire project, I noticed it, which gave us some time to correct it, and it's still gonna come out looking very nice. You guys might be able to see I'm kind of doing my placement because I can see through the machine a little bit, see through the fabric a little bit, just to make sure that the loop is going to be in the center. And on the back, the way that it's looking, same thing here. Just use the seam ripper to go ahead and pop out some of those center threads and stuck it in there. Where the little loop is at, you got to be careful because you don't want to cut the loop off that you just put on there. Just going right through that loop to make it very nice for us. And for those of you who have a workstation that's where other people are going to be, you might want to learn to clean up as you go. Because I've kind of been getting in trouble a little bit in my own area for my station for leaving thread all over the place. So just make sure you're not like me and clean up and just have a peaceful home, okay? The side of it is wide open. What we need to do now is go ahead and stuff it up. 4 cotton balls should do the trick on this one. I do think this is going to be good for now though. 4 pieces. It's nice and stuffed. Gives this thing some weight. Alright, now we're getting ready to convert this thing into a sewing machine. Again, we'll pop this off. Put our extra piece on here. So we're just going to go ahead and unscrew this foot off right here. Taking the embroidery foot off. This thing actually goes down in 2 parts. You press a button, drops the bottom part off. Makes it a little bit easier to get it onto the machine here. How it came out looking right now. I think I did a very good job there on the outer stitch to close it up. Nice volume, both sides, everything is fully closed, and it's got the loop on there tied from the center of it to the back. And now this is actually going to be a keychain, but before I turn it into a keychain, I want to throw it on my chain as well. We're going to replace the Santa for now. There we go. So we got a nice little It's a Lot pendant right here that we can have. But again, let's go ahead and throw the keychain portion of this on, and we'll just use this to clip it on. There it is. Now you got yourself a nice little keychain, key tag, key ring that you can also use as a necklace if you wanted to. But yeah, if you guys found this video helpful, if you guys want to see more, make sure you hit the thumbs up button on this video, and definitely tell somebody about me. I would appreciate that. I'm trying to get my channel bigger this year and stuff like that, you know. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.